Hello guys, so this is going to be a very special video because one of the most favorited airplanes in the entire PTFS has just gotten remodeled. The 747, of course. So let's take a look at it. Alright, and then this is Spooky Ray. This is one of my friends here. He's going to review them with me. Yeah, don't mind his helmet. I'm sure he's probably dying in there because, you know, he's not meant to have that.
I've been wearing it for like maybe 3 weeks now.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, his face is probably fried in there. But we're just going to ignore that. Let's go ahead and review these planes. Alright, which one
Let's
do we
do
want
the
to review
cargo
first? Alright, let's do the cargo.
But we'll save the best for last.
We will indeed save the best for last. So come in and look at here. It seems like really simple on the outside. The nose definitely looks a lot better than the last one. I mean, every single aircraft, their nose has gotten insanely remodeled. And it just looks more flawless and not even close to as bad as they did last time.
Also, if you didn't realize, the 747 freighter as 747 cargo got a smaller hump now. Not like last time, which last time it had a bigger hump and it didn't really look that realistic. So
that
kind of made it a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, if you look at my last video, you'll actually see what we're referring to. You can just screenshot this, and you can go ahead and look at my other video, and you can see that if I can reference some here, I'll go and try to find a picture for you guys. As you can see, they very clearly has a smaller hump, and that's really good because for realism's sake, it's really nice. All right, and one of the stars of the remodel is of course the gear. I mean, look at this. This is by far more complicated than any other gear design we have ever seen, and it looks amazing. I mean, come on. And obviously,
this thing is beautiful. He worked so hard on this. He worked so hard on this.
He really did. Like, it's so much better than any other aircraft. So it's a little bit earlier in the day, but I just want to show you guys like the gear on other planes. Like, look at this. This is so basic. Don't get me wrong, it looks fine, I mean, I guess. But compared to the 747s, it's just immaculate. I mean, if we look at the front gear of the 737, it's okay, and it's realistic at the very least. But it's not as good as the 747, and that we can all agree with. We can even look at the back here. We can also look at the back gear here, and it also just looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, look at this. Like, compare this to the 737 I just showed you. It's massive difference.
Compared to any other aircraft, the 747 probably has the best gear in the game. That's all I gotta say.
Definitely. I so agree with that. Now, if you look back here, you can also see that the cargo doors and that type of stuff is more like refined, and it just looks like better.
Sadly, they don't open.
Yes, that is a really unfortunate thing that we're just gonna have to deal with until Orange decides to add cargo mechanisms to the aircraft. The engines once again also look amazing. Still got that clippings, those white clippings at the ends, but we can work with that. But yeah, Orange, if you see this, please, for the love of God, make these open. It'd be so amazing, and we could add. However, now it's time for the main event, or the main part of the plane, the part that everyone's happy about. Oh, you can kind of see my neck through my character. Let's just ignore that. It's time. Let's see this. Let's see the animation here. This is what we've always wanted in PTFS for the longest time.
Let's go ahead and open the nose.
Let's go ahead and see. And as you can see, the animation looks pretty good. It looks like the 747 is about to have a great lunch. Except we can't do that yet. Orange, I'm staring at you with my 3-eye. But if we go and look inside the interior here, we can see that the interior doesn't look that much different. And other than the floor being walkable, as Spooky Ray is demonstrating here. This is why we need helpers. Yes, and he's dancing now. That's great.
I'm your cargo for today.
Yeah, he's the cargo for today. And also, this is also a really big thing we need to look at. The cockpit.
It's beautiful.
And here it is. Oh my gosh.
He outworked the cockpit. I bet you he spent about like a week working on the cockpit.
We got the MCDUs here. We got the throttle, the speed brake, and the flaps. My screen is shaking horridly right now. I have no clue what's happening. That's because you started the engines. Okay.
You know what's a real bummer? What? He did not add a head panel.
Yeah, that
would make it more realistic.
That's still kind of something we're eyeing Orange with once again with my 3-eye. We'll go ahead and there. We got our beautiful landing gear. We got our yokes, which looks so much better than last time. Oh my gosh. I'll put a clip up there as well of the old 747 yoke. It was hideous. We go over here. We can go in, and that's about it for the 747 cargo. Now let's go and move on to the 747 passenger. Now this plane has a couple new liveries that we'll show you guys in just a second here. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the cabin, which is for the main event here. here. If we go ahead and go into the cabin here, we see that we have first class here, or business class, I'm not quite sure. And we got ahead and over here in economy. It's snowing inside of the aircraft. That doesn't seem to make sense, but we'll just ignore that. I'll go ahead and go over here back upstairs. Up here we might actually this might be first or business class. I'm not entirely sure. Now we can once again look in the inside of the cockpit. It looks just amazing. Once again, we'll go ahead and show you the liveries now. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And actually, I'll go ahead and let Spooky Bray speak about this one because I think he has a couple thoughts on it.
Yeah, the Pan Am livery for the 747 is pretty cool because he hasn't really added like retro liveries to the game yet, so it's pretty nice to see some retro liveries added to new 747.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like this is one of the only retro liveries in the game so far.
Yeah, I think the 727 has like mostly all retro liveries, but and they have the Iberia retro livery in there, which looks pretty cool too.
Oh yeah, the Iberia one. Yeah. They added a couple. They added a lot of new retro. Well, it's only two, but I mean two is quite a bit considering we've never had one. But yeah, they've added a couple new liveries, and it's good. And they look good. They look well designed.
Yeah, they look pretty good. I like the airliner 747. It just has so many liveries and so much to discover.
Yeah, and so much history too. Like so many things
Yeah.
happened with the 747. Alright, and here we have the not Iberia, the Ideria livery. It's also pretty retro, and I feel like Spooky Bam also might want to say about this. He likes liveries a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of livery looks pretty good. I like it where that line down the middle like goes over the humps and loops. That looks like a pretty good like retro design.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like it seems like something that like would have happened back in the day, like a type of design.
I'm pretty sure Iberia was like I think it was popular around like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I'll just look that up in post, cause don't feel like looking it up right now. But yeah, very interesting. Inside, we actually have to talk about something here. The orange seats, which is unique to this livery. Almost no other liveries have specially colored seats. This is one of the first ones that has this.
I think every other livery has custom seats, like custom seat colors, but they don't have like as bright colors as Iberia. Because
Yeah.
Iberia has like outstanding, like just bright orange, and every single other livery has like a dark shade of color.
Yeah, actually, okay, yeah, I actually think what Spooky Brace said makes more sense there. He's got stuck. Oh, he's stuck in the wall. Where did he go? I mean, I feel like we've already covered what we want to talk about here. Yeah, overall, how Spooky Brace, what would you rate this livery from 1 to 10?
I will rate this livery.
Yeah.
I would rate this livery a 7 out of 10 bananas.
7 out of 10 bananas. I think I'd rate the Pan Am one. I think I'd rate that one 8 out of 10 bananas. It's very bananas, that livery. All right, and finally, this is probably the one that people were second most excited for. We'll get to the top in just a second. I feel like you guys can already know which one's gonna be the top one, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. But right now, we're gonna talk about the good old brainiac looking Dreamlifter. This is honestly, I think one of the most favorited aircraft in PTFS for some reason, aside from the number one that we'll get to in a couple bits. But it just got better with the new addition. First of all, but before we get to that, we'll go ahead and just look into the cabin here. Got the nice little yellow ladder like the AN225 and so for the cargo. We got the 4 seats like always. The cockpit looks nice and beautiful as always. And that's about all that there is. We got the nice Dreamlifter logo with the moon crescent. The blue engine. Obviously got that amazing hump design that takes inspiration from the 747. Spooky Ray, do you want to do the honors to show the people the change?
Hey, before I start doing that, I just want to say this thing is a chunky boy. I think this thing can actually hold like at least like 4 737 sized cabins inside of its cargo bay.
Most definitely. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's open it up.
Here it is. This is absolutely incredible. And then here we are. Here we have the red ribbons of the red safety ribbons for the Dreamlifter. Obviously inside, ginormous interior. Really great.
Absolutely ginormous, bro.
It's ginormous. Okay, once again, Orange, I'm looking at you with my 3 eyes. Don't you see the potential? And that's about it for the Dreamlifter. We can go ahead and close up the door here. But first, I need to become some cargo for the video.
Yes, indeed.
And look at
Okay,
that.
Sheep Shoop is going to be our cargo for today. We're carrying
Yes.
a very delicate and fragile cargo.
Last thing we're gonna do, well, that second to last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take a look at the new 737 livery, and also that aircraft that we've been teasing this entire video. So without further ado, let's go and check out the 737. All right, here we are. So we got the Dan Am livery for the 737. You see, we got the nice meatball logo over here, probably by the USA flag. Very nice. Speaker Ready, you got anything to add to this one?
Just like the other liveries, it's a pretty nice retro livery. I really like it. It's close to 747 livery, but it's just a little bit smaller so it can fit on the 737.
Yeah, definitely. And it also, like the type of livery looks better, as in it's more inclined to the actual livery that they use in the real 737. Like it's not just a copy paste. Like it's a completely different type of livery. Because in reality, this is what the livery would look like on a 737, as opposed to a. Okay, that's an Iberia. We can't show that. If you look in the interior here, we also can go ahead and see that they got the white seats. Although that might be because it's raining in the aircraft. Once again, we'll ignore that. Once again, oh! That was me reacting to the inside of the cockpit. Finally, you guys, I think you guys have waited long enough for this one. Let's go ahead and
Yeah,
review what I feel like everyone here actually wanted to see. And if you
Alright.
skip to this part in the video, I honestly don't blame you. And I'm pretty sure you guessed it. We're gonna take a look at the Air Force One. All right, yes. Now, where do we start with this one? I mean, there's like this is by far the most detailed aircraft that Orange has made. Like aside from maybe the AN-225 or the Concorde, this is like there's a lot that goes into this aircraft. It's a flying nuclear house. Now, actually, my friend here, Spooky Bray, has actually seen the Air Force One fly over his house very recently. So, honestly,
Yes.
if there's anyone that should introduce us to this aircraft, it's probably him. Actually, I did one. I saw
yeah.
I saw a UPS 747 on one of my trips to Puerto Rico. But okay, we're getting off topic.
And yeah, I actually have. I've seen Air Force One and an actual 747 in real life fly. They both flew over my house.
Let's just appreciate this animation. Oh no, he's gonna hit his head. Oh my gosh, just almost got chopped off. Anyway, you also go ahead and put a picture of the of his Air Force One photo.
Anyways, from that, we have this beautiful, absolutely beautiful stair animation and stairs. They look pretty good, and I'm actually happy that Orange, added stair like door animations because it looks pretty cool. It's like a nice add-on to the Air Force One plane. And I guess we can go ahead and go inside. And I guess this is a kind of a lower deck because, it's not that decorated. It's pretty much just a hallway just to get inside the Air Force One. If we go up the stairs here, we have a door right here, and we are greeted with a very nice looking couch and a lamp here.
I wonder what happens to that lamp when we take off.
They probably have it glued on there.
Yeah, I was
know.
gonna say, yeah. They probably have it glued.
Over here we have a little, some seats to, drink, eat some food. And in here it looks like we have the president's office where you can sit down, take some phone calls, do some work, and
Yep, we got that nice.
Wait.
Where'd you go? Oh,
yeah,
there you are.
yeah.
You can also see the emblem of the United States president right up here. Nice and patriotic.
And over here, by the conference room, we have the conference room right here. We have a huge light above us. You could just talk and figure things out while you're, traveling to another, airport.
Oh, you can actually see me through the window there. I'm in free cam, but you can just see like me just like out there in the snow, like just contemplating life.
Over here is more of like a dining area where like they would sit and eat, and a little talking area. We have more seats back here. And over here we just have more like, commercial seats for, guests on the aircraft. We're gonna save the best for last, of course. And we are saving this for the last. Look at here. This looks so absolutely. I would love to sleep in here.
Yeah, this is so comfortable.
I would love to sleep. Alright, let's go ahead and go up to the second story.
Here we go.
Right here, I think we have like 2 little resting bags for like, guests and stuff, and maybe the pilots.
Yeah, well, they're like taking turns piloting the aircraft because this aircraft's meant to like fly
You
for
know,
like weeks at a time.
it might be just beds for like, the Secret Service and stuff. And over here, I guess, like, since there's 2 beds for Secret Service, there should be 2 desks for the Secret Service, so.
But this is probably where the Secret Service or just anyone in general talk to air traffic control. There are like people on the ground connect to radio stations, types of things like that. Like things that would be required in a doomsday scenario. In case, well, not in the doomsday scenario, but more just like a problematic scenario in which that would be appreciated.
And of course, we have to check out the cockpit. It's the same as every single other one, but it's the Air Force One, so it's a little bit higher than other ones. But it looks pretty good. As we said, it looks absolutely fabulous. And I think that basically concludes the tour of the Air Force One.
I'm actually quite literally stuck in
Can
this
you can
aircraft.
you
Wait, stop the plane, stop the plane. Like, cut off the engines. Oh, if it's at a full stop, I can leave. Oh my gosh, I'm free! I'm free! Okay, so Speakery has been having a little bit of technological issues currently, so I'll just review that 15. At least for the first bit on my own. That 15 hasn't gotten completely remodeled. It's still relatively the same in terms of build quality. If you look at the back, however, they have made one significant change. Is that the engines on the inside before were completely silver, and they just looked really unrealistic. Oh, hey, he's back. He's back. Wait. We also look at the engines. We can even see that they made the engines go further back and just overall look more realistic in terms of the actual 15. The last thing, which is definitely the thing that everyone loved the most of this F15 well, technically it's not even a remodel, it's more like an up 15 update, is without a doubt the cockpit. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah, he moved.
All right.
If you look here, it looks pretty good, honestly. I will say it looks pretty good. However, I feel like it looks a little bit less good compared to the F22 remodel that we just had as well. It looks a little better than like the F15's type of build quality, but overall, it's still miles better than whatever excuse of a cockpit we had before. So we can go and look in the co-pilot seat, as the game calls it. You can see we still got the base controls here. I mean, obviously we got a couple joysticks here. We got the panels to the lock on targets. I think this is a radio here. But overall, pretty good. Alright, we can go ahead and start off with the Cargo 747. Actually, Spooky Bray, he can go ahead and fly the Ideria aircraft. Alright, we're both lined up here on the runway. This is very realistic, by the way. This would totally happen in real life. Alright, we'll go ahead and get into a 747 formation flight at around 5,000 feet. Just so that we can go ahead and talk about the performance of some more. Alright, we're in formation now. We're in pretty good formation. I'll go ahead and hold altitude here so we can talk about this aircraft a little bit more. So starting off, if you can hear that, just listen to the engines. It sounds so much, it sounds a lot quieter and a lot like just overall better. That's one of the features that Orange has changed, and it is really helpful actually. Other thing, there actually isn't much else. Well, what should we talk about? Because the audio is pretty good.
The 747 now does have 5 flaps. Originally, it did have 2, but now they upgraded to 5.
And also, a good thing, if you press Q while in air, the nose does not open up. That is a really great feature that Orange implemented. Like, I'm spamming Q right now, but it is so great that you can't open the noses or anything. Otherwise, that would just be really, like unrealistic. But yeah, that being said, that's about all there is to these aircraft. Now, it's time, yes, don't mind my 90-degree bank angle here. But now it's time to land
I'm
these
gonna break
planes.
away too.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be both of our first remodeled 747 butters. And we can go ahead and get closer to the coast of this aircraft. Alright, we're gonna turn 90 degrees here. There's snow inside of the cockpit, which is never a good sign. Alright, Spooky Ray, turn up the fog, please. Spooky Ray, turn up the fog.
I did. I already did.
You did? Go turn it up to max.
Okay.
Oh, what the? Oh, spooky race. What? Oh God.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to watch your butter.
And that is literally the purpose of a butter. We're not gonna the overspeed landing, we're not gonna talk about that. I'll go ahead and
Coming up
film.
from around the mountains.
I'm gonna film his landing. Probably gonna be a butter. All right, we see you. Gear is coming out, like not even on. Gear is coming up before even the final, which is a little interesting. Oh, this is gonna look okay. Approach is looking very good.
Better than all my other approaches.
All right, come on. You got this. You got this. Oh, it's looking great. It's looking better than my butter. Come on. Little late, but but he butters it. Oh gosh. Oh. He's a little off center line, and he's expediting right promptly. Here, we're obviously gonna still fly the Air Force One. I mean, come on. You can actually see that.
We're just gonna do a casual takeoff right here on the taxiway.
Yeah, that's just like any other PTFS takeoff. This is very normal. Hey, that's so cool. And fly over the Air Force One, looking amazing as always. The Air Force One just looks really majestic. And I mean, the remodel definitely helps out, making the Air Force One just look beautiful. I mean, that's kind of the point of the remodel, is to make the Air Force One and all other.
I have so much respect for Boeing because they literally their 747 aircraft is used to carry the president of the United States.
Yeah,
I've met so much respect for Boeing. Just a little include here. I think America is actually the most powerful continent in the world, or not continent, but country in the world.
yeah. Like, it's such a big aircraft, and just seeing it be able to fly around that easily, it's just so great. And we'll go ahead and actually divert here, because this is a F-15, so we'll go ahead and land at Airbase Geary. That's a pretty good landing. It's a pretty good landing as far as fighter landings go.
That's not the best approach, but at least I'm still gonna land it.
Very much centerlined here. I'm gonna start filming it from the side now.
A little bit late.
Oh, that's great.
Wasn't the best.
Nose down.
Wasn't the best, but
wasn't the best, but really good. Something also worth mentioning is we've been using FreeCam this entire video, and FreeCam has actually gotten a fix in relations that the mobile camera would sometimes show up for PC players. Like over here on the right hand side, we'd have some replays, and I can actually put a picture up of what that used to look like. It was really annoying, and thankfully they fixed it. But yeah, guys, I'll go ahead and give you guys that replay now. Thanks for watching. Special thanks to Spooky Bright for helping me make this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Have a great day. Stay healthy. Don't die.